You were born within the harsh walls of a castle. A cold stone house with narrow windows, where in winter it was warmer outside than inside. The only source of heat was the fireplace, and even that was the only one in the entire vast hall. You had to sleep hugging the dogs to stay warm. Your mother died in childbirth, a common occurrence. Your survival was already a victory. You were 7 years old when your father sent you to another noble lord. So you became a page, an errand boy. You carried food, polished boots, endured slaps. This was called education. Literacy? Forget it. Reading is for monks. Your calling is to kill. You are 14. You are a squire. You carry your knight's shield, clean his enchanted chainmail. Each link is 1,000 memories. Rust is shame. Your hands are calloused from the wooden sword. You haven't earned the real thing yet. Quintana is a dummy with a sack of sand on a pole. You strike him with a spear. If you don't dodge, the sack will hit you in the back of the head. It teaches you to think on the fly. A horse, you must become one with it. A centaur. Sleep in the saddle, eat in the saddle, fight in the saddle. Without a horse, you are nothing. Infantry, mud, tournaments. This is not a sport, it is a game of war. People die for real. A spear in the eye, the horse falls on you. A tournament is a legal way to eliminate a neighbor and steal his armor. Rancourt is hatred between clans. Your grandfather killed his grandfather. Now you are doomed to eternal feud. This is called honor. You are 21, the night before initiation. In the temple, in the cold church, you are awake, praying. A naked sword lies on the altar. In the morning, you wash yourself, the only one in your life. You wash away the sins of your youth. A white shirt, a scarlet cloak, a slap from Signor Cole is the last blow you will take without retaliating. A sword on your shoulder. You are a knight, but a beggar. The second son. The first got the castle and the lands. You get the horse, the sword, and the road. Rectitude is the law of primogeniture, which turns younger sons into murderers. Where to go? A mercenary, a routier. Plunder villages for a crust of bread. Kill fellow knights for the sake of other people's feuds. Honor never satiates. Or a monastery. Lock yourself in a cell and pray until death, for a wild spirit worse than prison. 1995, Claremont. Pope Urban calls to the crowd. Holy war. Jerusalem is in the hands of the infidels. They desecrate pilgrims and burn churches. Half is a lie. But it doesn't matter. The crowd roars and you roar with them. Here it is, the way out. Kill for God and get the land. Absolution in advance. Kill a Saracen and paradise is yours. A license to kill from the Pope himself. You sew a cross onto your cloak, red on white. You are a Crusader. But first, money. Armor costs as much as a herd of cows. A warhorse costs as much as a village. You mortgage everything. The mill, the pond, the hunting rights. With the Jews at interest. The very same ones you might slaughter along the way. Ironically, your wife stays. Will she wait, or will she? Campaigns last for years. Your children will forget your face. If you return, another man might meet you in your bed. The law is a foggy thing. You put a cross on your chest. You were promised paradise for murder. The Pope said, Deus vult. God willing, you want land and glory. The Holy Land is so far away. First you walk, a month, 2, your boots fall apart. Then, barefoot, feet in blood. This isn't war yet. This is the road. Half your comrades will die of diarrhea without ever seeing a Saracen. Dysentery kills more than swords. You drink from any puddle. There is no choice. Clean water is a luxury. Your stomach is a battlefield. A people's crusade. 1996. Peter the Hermit leads a crowd of peasants. They slaughter Jews along the road, a warm-up for the real enemies. The Turks slaughtered them at Nicaea. 20,000 corpses, bones bleached by the sun. This was not a pilgrimage, but a slaughter. A nightly crusade is another matter. You are in chainmail, 15 kilograms of iron on your body. Under the Anatolian sun, you are boiling alive. Inside your helmet is an oven. Sweat pours into your eyes. You do not see the enemy. You see only salt. A horse is more important to you than a wife. Dysteria is worth as much as a village. If the horse dies, you are infantry, and infantry is just meat. The siege of Antioch, 8 months. You eat rats, then shield skins, then rumors of cannibalism. Hunger turns a holy warrior into a beast. Beaumont bribed an Armenian. The gates were opened at night. Massacre. You kill everyone. Men, women, children. God himself will sort it out. 3 days later, the Turks came. Now you are besieged inside. The Holy Lance. Monk Peter Bartholomew found it under the altar. A miracle? No. He buried it himself at night. An army needs hope. Faith is a weapon. You go into the attack with a spear that Longinus supposedly held. It doesn't matter that it's a fake. You believe, and the Turks flee. 1909. And Jerusalem. You are at the walls of the holy city. No water, the July sun. Your lips are cracking. The tongue is like a rag. People drink donkey urine. Storming. Ladders fall. Stones and boiling oil fall from above. A comrade nearby screams, his face melting. Godfrey of Bouillon is the first on the wall. You climb after him. Inside is hell. Blood knee-deep in Solomon's temple. Not a metaphor, literally. Jews burned in the synagogue. Muslims slaughtered for 3 days. 40,000 corpses. You are rich. Your sack is full of gold from the bodies of the slain. After the massacre, a prayer barefoot through the blood at the Holy Sepulchre. Tears of happiness. You killed in the name of love. The paradox of faith. The kingdom is created. Baldwin is king of Jerusalem. You received fiat, a piece of desert with 3 goats. This is your reward for hell. Heat. You do not take off your chainmail because a raid can happen at any moment. Iron grows into your skin. You stink. Everyone stinks. Baths. For the Saracens, Christians are filth. The leper king Baldwin IV. His body rots alive, but he defeats Saladin at Manjazar. 500 knights against 26,000 Mamluks. A miracle. Despair. The dead do not surrender. The Templars. Poor knights of Christ. Poor, they own half of Europe. The first bankers. You give them gold in Paris, you get a receipt in Acre. Knights accountants. The hospitalers treat pilgrims, or pretend to treat them. You lie in their hospital, they bleed you. A lot of blood. This is the treatment. If you survive, it means God wanted it. If you die, the same. Hattin, 1187. Saladin lured us into the desert. There is no water. The sun melts brains. You go to the lake you see. A mirage. There is no lake. There are only the Turks. The horns of Hattin. We are surrounded. The true cross has been captured. A relic for which thousands died is now a trophy. Guy de Lusignan is a prisoner. Saladin gave him sherbet, a gesture of mercy. Reynaud of Châtillon took a sword in the neck. He robbed caravans of pilgrims to Mecca. Even among murderers there is a line. Reynaud crossed it. Captured Templars and Hospitallers were all executed. The Sophies chopped off their heads with blunt swords. Clumsily, slowly. Saladin watched, and Jerusalem fell without a fight. Saladin spared the inhabitants for ransom. Those who did not pay became slaves. Mercy has a price. The Third Crusade. Richard the Lionheart. He did not speak English. He was a Frenchman who plundered England to fight in the East. The Siege of Acre. 2 years. You dig tunnels. The Saracens dig counter-trenches. Underground, a war of moles. Sometimes you meet in the dark, knives in cramped quarters. Richard is ill. Fever. His hair and nails are falling out. Scurvy. Saladin sent him snow from the mountains and fruit. Chivalry among enemies. Acre has fallen. 2,700 prisoners. Richard awaits ransom. Saladin is stalling. Richard slaughters everyone, women and children too. Before the eyes of Saladin's army, chivalry is over. The war continues. Richard did not take Jerusalem. He saw the walls and turned away. He did not want to take what he could not hold, or he was afraid of failure. He did not reach home. The Austrians captured him, taking a ransom. 150,000 marks of silver. England paid for the king, who spent half a year of his life there. 1204, the Fourth Crusade. We went to liberate the sepulchre. We arrived in Constantinople. The Venetians sent them. The Greeks owed them money. We sacked the capital of Christianity to pay off a debt. 3 days. We plundered churches, raped nuns, melted icons for gold. Crusaders against Christians. Did God watch or turn away? The Children's Crusade, 1212. Thousands of children went to the sea. It should have parted. It didn't. Some drowned. The rest were sold into slavery by merchants from Marseille. The children believed. The adults got drunk. Frederick II took Jerusalem without a fight. Treaty with the Sultan. The Pope excommunicated him for this. Peace is a sin. Only war pleases God. The logic of faith. St. Louis, King of France, in Egypt. His army drowned in the Nile. Dysentery. His trousers were cut off so he could defecate on the move. The King of France, bare-assed, captured. Ransom, 400,000 lire. France paid. Buy-bars. Mamluk, former slave. He took fortress after fortress. Red shield with a lion. After him, there's desert. Safed, the garrison surrendered, promised life. Buy-bars kept his word to the very walls. Then he executed them all. Words are flexible things. 1291, Acre, the last city. The Templars hold out in the tower. The tower falls. Under the rubble lies the end of 200 years of crusades. 200,000 crusaders died in 2 centuries, not counting the locals. What did we bring home? Sugar, watermelons, spices, the numbers you count with, algebra. We went to kill and returned with the enemy's culture. The Templar order is rich, too rich. Philip the Fair owes them. Friday, October 13th, 1307. Mass arrests. Under torture, the Templars confessed to everything. They spat on the cross, kissed each other's backs, worshipped the head of Baphomet. The truth is unimportant. Under torture, you confess to flying on a broomstick. Jacques de Molay burned slowly at the stake on damp wood. He cursed the king and the pope. Both died within a year. Coincidence? The legend chooses its ending. The Teutonic Order went north. The Baltics, a new crusade against the pagans. Livs, Prussians, Lithuanians. They were baptized with the sword, literally. A cross on a shield, a sword in the belly, the battle on the ice, 1242, Alexander Nevsky. The knights fell through the ice, a beautiful legend. In reality, there were few of them. They simply lost. Ice is a bonus for the chronicles. The Reconquista, 700 years of war for Spain. We drove the Moors out city after city. Granada fell in 1492. That same year, Columbus sailed west. The cross crossed the ocean. The conquistadors are the heirs of the Crusaders. Cortez wore a cross on his armor. The Incas died for the same god as the Saracens. Only the ocean is different. Who were you? A holy warrior or a bandit with a cross? Did you kill children and pray? Did you rob churches and repent? Did you die of diarrhea before reaching the enemy, or did you return rich and forget how many you killed? History remembers Richard and Saladin. It has forgotten you. You were meat in chain mail. Deus vult. God wills. And what did you want? Subscribe to the Eye of Time channel. We don't lie about history. In the next episode, they drank the blood of horses, didn't wash for years, and conquered half the world.